Hey everyone, welcome back to Concept Branch with Riti. Today we are focusing on using a calculator to solve trigonometric problems, especially finding missing angles and sides using sine, cosine and tangent function. If you are looking to quickly and accurately solve these types of problems, you are on the right place. In this video, we will talk you through a couple of example questions showing each step so you can easily follow along. Here's a look at one of the questions we solve today. Grab your calculator and let's dive into the trigonometry. So this is our first question. In this question, you can see it's a right angle triangle. Before the right angle triangle, we can say this is your hypotenuse. Okay. And this is the angle we have provided, and before the angle, we can say this as a opposite. Now, let's look about the question what is given for you. So in this question, if you'll see the given part, the opposite side is given for you, that is 16. Hypotenuse they are asking you. Okay, so what is that? An angle is given for you. So according to the angle, now we have to look which formula is suits here. So sine A is opposite by hypotenuse. So if we'll compare here, opposite we have given, hypotenuse is provided, so we can apply the best formula is sine A. So here on the place of the angle, there is 31 degree, that is equal to opposite, that is 16, and hypotenuse, that is your x. Now we have to find out the x. So what we can do here is we can do the cross multiplication. So if we do the cross multiplication, here we can change its place, correct? Okay, so we can write x equal 16 divided with sine 31 degree. Okay, now with the help of calculator, we can find out the value of sine 31 degree and the x value. Let's use the calculator now. So this type of calculator we are using to find out the value. Here we have to find out the x. So how to use it? So it's 16 divided by 31. We can use this part and we'll get this one. Okay, over on the numerator we can put 16, and in the denominator we can put sine 31 and bracket close, and we'll get the answer 31.06. Okay, so from here we got the answer as 31.06. We'll take till 2 decimal places, so x value is this much, right? This is our next question. In this question, this one is 90 degree, right? So before the 90 degree, this is your hypotenuse. Is that okay, right? Now this angle is missing here. So before the angle, this is going to be opposite. And obviously, so last one, this part is your adjacent. Now according to this question, we can see what is given for us. So the given part is opposite is 13, adjacent, that is your 43. Okay, and we have to find out the angle. So according to the sine, cos and tan formula, sine opposite divide with hypotenuse. Since the hypotenuse is not here, so this formula is not okay for us. Next is the cos. Adjacent divide with hypotenuse. Again, there is a hypotenuse and there is no information about the hypotenuse, so this formula is not useful for us. Now, last one is the tan, that is your opposite by adjacent. And according to the given thing, we have these two information only. So this is the best formula for us, right? So, but we have to place an angle in this place, right? For all the trigonometric ratios, right? So, on this place, we will put the angle. Let the angle is x. Okay. So, from here we can put tan x equals opposite divided with adjacent. Okay. So, now the opposite is given you 13 and adjacent is given you 43, and this is your tan x. Now what we should do? So to finding this thing, we have to use the one concept, inverse. So to finding the angle x, So we have to make it inverse function. Tan inverse 13 divided with 43. Let's see how to find out using calculator. Use the inverse function. For inverse function, see, here is a tan and there is an inverse in yellow color. So here we have to apply the shift and press this. So it's inverse function. And we have to put the numerator and denominator, that is 13, and divide with 43 and the bracket close, and we'll get the answer as an angle. Okay, here we got the angle as 16.82 degree almost, because since we are taking the 2 decimal places. Okay, we have a third question. So according to question, just find out what is given for us first. So this is before the 90 degrees. So this is your hypotenuse and there is no information about the hypotenuse. And this is the angle provided. So before the angle, this is your opposite. And this is your, obviously remaining is the adjacent. Okay. So what is information? The opposite they have given you as a x. The adjacent they have given you as a 12. And angle is given. So now we have to check again what is best suitable formula for us. So opposite and adjacent information is given for you. So the tan is the best one to apply here. So tan, we can say whatever the angle A is equal to opposite divided with the adjacent. Okay. So here apply the formula. Tan 54 degree is going to be opposite, that is x, divided with adjacent 12. So simply we can just remove the 12. We have to multiply the 12 both sides. So the x will be how much? X will be tan 54 degree times of 12. Because why? Because we have to multiply the 12 both sides to remove the 12. Correct? Now, so we can use the calculator to find out this value. Let's use the calculator now. So to find out the x, we have to apply tan 54 bracket close times 12, and we'll get the answer 16.51 till 2 decimal places. Later we got the answer 16.51. Okay, let's move to the next question. So this is our fourth question. In this question we are solving a right triangle problem using trigonometry. So here what we know, we have a right triangle with one side measuring 90 meter, correct, and the hypotenuse measuring the 110 meter. Our goal is to find the missing angle, which is y, using the given information. Since we have the length of the adjacent of 90 meter and hypotenuse is 110 meter, we can use the cosine function, right? Because according to the cos, suppose let it be y, then it will be adjacent divided with the hypotenuse, correct? Now here we have a concept of the y. So this angle should be y. On what property it can be the angle y? So we can say the alternate angle. So we can say this is also as a y. Okay. So over here, just put all this value. So we can say the cos y is equal to adjacent, that is your 90, divided with the hypotenuse, that is your 110. Now we will calculate this fraction to get the cosine of y. Okay, how to get this? So I told you before, we have to use the inverse function for this. So we can write y equal cos inverse 90 divided with 110. So I'll show you how to find out this value. So the solution of the angle y should be approximately 35.1 degree. Okay. So this is our last question for today's session. Here again, just see what is given for you. This is 90 degrees. So obviously before this is going to be the hypotenuse. And before the angle, this is going to be the opposite, right? So the information given for us is opposite, that is 18 centimeters. Okay. And hypotenuse is given as a 24 centimeter. And angle they're asking. Okay. So opposite hypotenuse, which is best suitable for us, that is, it should be the sine. So we can write sine A is equal to opposite divided with the hypotenuse. Okay. So opposite, that is given you 18, and hypotenuse, that is given the 24, and this is your sine A. But we need to find out the angle, so we have to use the inverse trigonometry. So we can write A equal sine inverse 18 divided with 24. Put this all information in the calculator. Sine inverse, for the sine inverse, you have to put 18 divided with 24, bracket close, and we'll get the angle. So we got the answer as 48.59 degree. Okay, this is our final answer. Alright, that wrap up our video on finishing missing angles and missing sides using trigonometry using calculator. Today we use the basic trigonometric functions sine, cosine and tangent along with the calculator to solve right triangle problems. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in our upcoming videos we are going to dive into more advanced topic, trigonometric angles and identities. Thank you so much for watching. Drop any question if you have in the comments. Let me know what other math topic I like to see. See you in next video. Bye bye.